Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Chasing Growth. I hope this video can bless you and help you to get better. Today I want to talk about something that's very important. It's not very popular, it's not very attractive, but it's something that's very essential for you to become a great leader. And that is to become a great follower. You're never gonna go to a conference about how to become a great follower because it doesn't sell. It doesn't sound attractive. Nobody wanna say, I wanna just be a follower. So people don't want to go through that. People want to move ahead, want to be leaders, want to have that position, that corner office. They want to have authority. They want to have the title, etc. And they're not willing to go. They're not willing to go to the path of becoming a great leader. And this path includes becoming a great follower. And now, you may be thinking, well, you don't know how bad is the leadership that's above me. Let me tell you this. I have been under bad leadership and under good leadership. And both of them, the only thing in common they have is me, the way that I respond to the leadership, regardless if it's bad or good. And I want to explain you how to become a great follower. And first of all, the first thing you have to do is to acknowledge that whoever is above you, your boss, a different leadership, the boss of your boss or whatever, the owner of the company, the pastor, whoever is, in the different places you can be, this person with authority have been put there for a reason. God allowed this person to be there. God allowing this person to be in charge, to be a leader. That's the first step. You have to acknowledge that. And to acknowledge that, you have to be humble and understand that God is in complete control. So God have a purpose for having that person there. You may not like it. You may not like the situation. You may not like the person. You may disagree with the way they do things or their leadership. But when you can settle in your heart that God has that person there for a reason, you can move forward to continue becoming a great follower. So one day you can become a great leader. Now, when you acknowledge that God has put that person there, regardless if you like it or not, and you acknowledge there's a purpose, part of that purpose is for you to learn from the good, the bad, learn what works, what doesn't work, to learn how to listen, how the advices you don't want to listen, maybe to learn how to treat people, learn how to deal with processes and problems, urgency, etc. But there's one thing that is on you to do. And that is to become loyal. If you want to become a great follower that is learning and doing all the things, it's very important for you to become loyal. Today we live in a time where loyalty is not, you don't find it much out there. It's okay not being loyal. People work for places and they're completely against the mission or the things they do. They can care less for their boss. All what they care is to get a paycheck. If you're that person, let me tell you, you're never gonna be a good leader. To become a great leader, you have to become a great follower, and you have to become loyal. And loyalty is a strong feeling of support for something, a strong feeling of support for somebody, a strong feeling of support for a mission, for the church, the company, the nonprofit where you at. In other words, you're not just wearing a jersey from the seat. You playing the game. You are in the game. This happens a lot in churches. People go to church, it's full of people, and people wear the jersey, but they're just fans. They're just fans sitting in the seats, go for it. But when it's time to play the game, they're not willing to play the game and do the sacrifice. So I want to encourage you today, regardless of where you are, what type of leadership is above you, to become a great follower. And to become a great follower, becoming loyal to the leadership above you, loyal to the decisions, loyal to the mission where you are, and not only being wearing a jersey as a fan, but being part of the team, playing in the game. So when the team lose, you lose as well. So how can you tell if you're loyal or not? Let me ask you this. You go to a meeting, and a decision is made, and maybe you disagree with the decision, and maybe you were able to express why, but the decision was made. How you walk out of that meeting? Believing that decision is a decision that you are buying into it, and you share it in such a way that you are part of the decision, or you go around talking like, well, they decided, the higher up decided, I told them not to do it, I disagree with that. I don't know what they're going to do. And you start gossiping around and you do all those things. Which one are you? Or for example, if you're in middle management and a decision is made above you, and you don't have all the information, by the way. Leadership usually have more information. And they made a decision and they tell you you have to pass this information. How do you do it? Do you go to your team, to your peers, to your coworkers and say, they decided, I was just told to tell you, or you're somebody who go and said, listen, we have decided. Clearly here you can tell where you're at. And if you're not loyal, you're the person who's saying they decided, the higher up, this person, not me, it's not my decision, etc. Or if you are that person right now, you have to become, if you want to become a great leader, you have to change that, because one, that's a problem in character. And two, it's actually it's a problem not understanding the authority is given by God. If these people is above you, it's because God have allowed it. And you have to be loyal to them. As long as they're not breaking any law, as long as they're not breaking any moral law, why not? You may dislike these people, you may dislike the person, but that doesn't mean you cannot be loyal to them. And embrace this time and moment where you are and become a great follower, being loyal. Being loyal to the company, being loyal to the business, being loyal to the church, being loyal to the pastor, being loyal to the leadership above you, and not becoming that agent of division in the place where you work, gossiping and complaining and all the time. If you're that person, let me tell you, you have to change, because that you may think that you're getting away with that, but maybe for a little while, but it won't last you long. There will be a time when you're not gonna notice. You're not gonna notice, and you're gonna be doing that, and you're gonna start doing it with so many people. Eventually, you're gonna do it with the wrong person, and that may cost you something. So, if you want to become a great leader one day, if you're hungry to lead, if you're hungry to be able to lead people and invest in people, doesn't start when you get there. It starts now when you're following. And a key part of become a great follower is to be loyal. Now, if you don't have a humble spirit to do this, it won't happen, because you have to be humble to realize the loyalty. You're gonna need to support somebody, be loyal to somebody, even if you don't like the person, even if you don't like the decision. There's so many people today, they feel the freedom to complain, to gossip, to go against it. I always remember working for a place, and they wanna do something good for the employees. And I always remember this attitude from some people about like, what are we getting out of this? And when the activity was for them, but still they want to know what they get out of this, instead to say what I can bring to the table, how I can support what we do. So if you're that leader right now, if you have some position, your entry-level position, we say we all leaders all the time right now. We always leaders. That's why we say right now you may be in an entry position, but you're still a leader. We say that all the time. You're still influencing people. So think about it. What type of leader you are now that you don't know how to follow if you're complaining and whining and arguing against the decision they made, against your boss, against your leader. You have to become a great leader. You have to become a great follower. And great followers are loyal. You practice loyalty. That will speak so much of your character to everyone. And when the opportunities come, things will be trust. People will trust you. More things will be given to you to do. More opportunities, because the way that you're behaving when you are a follower. Now, that doesn't mean you cannot be learning from other people's mistakes. You can be developing your leadership right now and all that stuff, learning to listen, all this stuff, observing, growing, all that. But the primary thing you have to learn today, if you're in a position of following somebody, is to become loyal. Loyal to the person, loyal to the company, loyal to the mission, loyal to the church, loyal to what they believe. If you're not, and you being that person who is the person who is bringing division to the company, sooner or later, people will find out. And that may cost your job. But or you can walk away today if you don't believe. The worst thing that can happen is when you're working in a place and you go to this place and you hate the place, you don't like what they do, you don't believe in what they do, and all what you do, you go there to get a paycheck. First, you're not gonna be happy. Second, you're not gonna get opportunities. And third, you're avoiding everybody else to grow, to learn, to move forward, because your attitude, your lack of loyalty, you don't believe in what you do. So walk away, walk away. If you're in that place, I'm not blaming you, but walk away. But if you're in that place that you're struggling with this, it's a decision you can make. You can decide to be loyal. You can decide to be humble enough to be loyal to the company, loyal to the people above you, loyal to leadership, loyal to everything that is happening. Even the silly thing that sometimes companies do, they reflect their culture, you're loyal to it. In other words, you wear that jersey, and you're not just somebody in the seat just cheering for people. No, you are playing the game. You don't talk about they, you talk about us. You become a believer in what you do. You're not anymore an employee. You are a part of the staff. You know, they tell the story of the guy who he used to clean in NASA before the man went to the moon, and they asked him, what are you doing? And he was just cleaning or something. And he said, I'm putting a man on the moon. He believed it. He believed in the mission. He was loyal to it. And today we use that guy as an example for this kind of thing, for believing in what we do. Zig Ziglar tell the story of these people who is building a church or something like that. And he said they asked the first person, what are you building? We're building, a structure. They asked the second person, oh, we're building a church. And they asked the third person, no, we're building a worship center where people will be transformed. I'm telling you, that third person was loyal probably, and second would show up happy to work. So which one are you? So the key here is to become a great leader, you have to become a great follower. Being a great follower, that's nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with who's above you. If it's a good or bad leader, have to do all with you, with your decision to become a great follower. And a key ingredient to becoming a great follower is to be loyal, practice loyalty. And you won't be able, if you're not practicing loyalty, it's because you're struggling with being humble. If you don't have a humble spirit, you won't be able to be loyal. Example of this, a decision is made, you're unhappy with the decision. Can you just be quiet and don't say anything? Can you after the decision is made, can you keep your mouth shut, or you have to go and complain? You need to have a meeting after the meeting with people in the bathroom, with people getting the coffee to talk about it, or you're capable to support it. And you talk like we. You talk like we are doing this. We decided this. My ministry, my church, my company. Are you one of those people? If you're in that type of people, that you believe in loyalty, you believe in what you're doing, speak very well of your character, I'm telling you, opportunities will come to you because you're being loyal. Opportunities will come to you to advance because you're loyal. If you're not, be careful. Be very careful, because the same principle I gave you at the beginning, that God put that people in charge, and you're not being loyal, and you talking around and you saying things, you don't represent the company well because you don't believe in what they do. Be careful. It's better for you to walk away or decide today to be loyal. I hope this video encouraged you if you're in that place. I hope this video, if you're in that place and you're trying to be loyal and you're doing the best you can to be loyal, to be humble, to submit to leadership that you believe God has put there, hopefully this video will encourage you to keep doing it and to don't give up, don't walk away because it's hard. Keep growing. This is the path to become a great leader. The path to become a great leader is you have to become a great follower. And the key ingredient to become a great follower is loyalty. If you're not loyal, be very careful. God bless you. I hope this video it can be great for you. I hope this video help you to become better. And I hope this video can be a blessing for you. God bless you. Have a great week. See you next week.